Howdy folks, I'm Charlie from MultiCasking. I've had this VEVOR X-300 machine for a little over a year now, so I thought it would be a good time to talk to you about the pros and the cons, and if this machine a year later is still worth it, let's dive right into it. So there are some absolute pros, and there's a few cons to owning this machine. First, the pros. You can do 8 gallons of slushy in this double tank, 15 liter, for us using the Imperial system, 4 gallons and 4 gallons. This is fantastic and does well with this. We've used this in wedding receptions. We've used this for Super Bowl parties. We've used this for family reunions. We've used this at the bar. We use this all the time. This is an absolute dream of a machine for parties. Then the next pro, and probably the most important pro really for this commercial grade slush machine, is it gets down to -9 Celsius. Folks, that will freeze anything. I have 5 different slush machines. This is just one of them. This by far and away freezes everything and gives me the best texture of all 5 of my machines. And yes, I do have the Ninja Slushy, and I do have other VEVOR slush machines, as well as a few other brands. But this is by far and away my beast. This guy can crank any slushy out that I want it to. Let's talk about delivery. It arrives in a wooden crate. That's right. Picture the scene from the Christmas Story, the Fragile, the leg lamp. That's how this arrives, in a legitimate wooden crate, and it just puts a smile on your face. This has a digital display, easy to read digital display. Cold drinks, if you want to do water, orange juice, if you have a hotel, or if you're doing a breakfast engagement, you can do water, you can do orange juice, you can do whatever juice you want in there, apple juice, any cold drink you want. And if you don't have ice handy, boom, this will solve that problem for you. You can also do slushies. You can do ice cream in here. I've made ice cream in here. This can do it all. The digital display is fantastically handy for knowing precisely where you're at. Many slushy machines will just have a light bar that kind of goes up and down, make it impossible to know what the exact temperature is. This makes it nice and easy for you. Secondly, we very rarely use it, but it does have lights inside, red and white LED lights. They don't change colors. They're just red and white LED lights. But when you're making a neutral colored slushy like a pina colada, something that's pale or white in color, that really does make it pop. It gives it that. This is easy to clean. It takes me about 30 minutes from start to finish. This can be completely full of slushy for a review. Empty that out, put it in the refrigerator, clean it, make a new slushy. I could have a new slushy in here in 30 minutes with it completely clean. Let's talk price for a second. This is a commercial grade slushy machine, which they can go for $2,000, $3,000, many $4,000 for a commercial grade slushy machine. This starts out under $1,000, about $930. If at the end of this video, you like the pros more than you do the cons, and you do want to get the same machine I have to follow along with me with my weekly recipes, use the coupon code and the discount and the link down in the video description below. It's about a $200 discount once you register with VEVOR and use our discount code. But it does save you about $200, and that's when it's not on sale. Usually it's on sale. Another great thing about the slushy machine is you can refill it as it's still churning. Meaning if you have this for, say, a wedding reception or a food truck and you're running low, simply pop this top off, refill it, put it back on. That makes it nice and easy when you're running low to boom, boost that bad boy right back up. Let's talk about the cons real quick, because there are indeed a few cons. Con 1, if you're buying this just for yourself and there's nobody else around, maybe don't get this machine, because you do have to have a minimum fill line right here of 2 gallons. Now, if you're gonna start on a 3-day weekend, like, yeah, I'm binge watching Yellowstone or something, then yeah, that's fine. Make yourself 2 gallons, but you do have to make at least 2 gallons every time you use this machine. So if you have a party, or if you have a large family or a gathering or a long weekend, this is the machine for you. If it's just you and you want one slushy, try a blender or try some of VEVOR's other products. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. The number one complaint about this slushy machine across the board is pretty much everyone who buys it has this one same complaint, and it is a company issue, not a slushy machine issue. And that is VEVOR does not offer spare parts after the warranty runs out. You do get a full 1-year warranty on this, and that's a full bumper to bumper warranty. Anything goes out, boom, they fix it for you. Now let's talk about spare parts for a minute. Shout out to Kitty Cash and Jenny Shanks for being the first two to break my handles. We talked about spare parts a second ago, and that VEVOR does not offer them. So down in my video's description below, I keep a running list of everyone who does sell spare parts for this machine. You can see here, no sticker, 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 sticker. This is replacement parts that I've ordered from a company in Australia. Again, link to that is down below, but it says push right here. You will have friends who will pull instead of push. So when we have parties over here, we put a giant sign here that says push, not pull. The number one con, the biggest con for me personally, the spare parts is a VEVOR policy that really has nothing to do with the actual machine. The biggest con for me for this particular machine, and there's really just one. Hands down, the biggest complaint I have about this machine is this gasket right here, this bad boy right here, this auger gasket tears all the time. I've come to find its sweet spot though. There are two things you need to do to make sure this doesn't tear on you. Step one, using food grade lubricant on your gasket. Now the gasket back here on this O-ring, I've never had a single problem with. This is still the original one and it's looking sharp, it's looking awesome. No problems ever with the O-rings on the back of the auger. It's always gonna be this bad boy right here. Now the second sweet spot, the second trick to keeping that to work in addition to the food grade lubricant is to not leave it churning constantly for more than 4 days. I found 4 days is that sweet spot. If I leave it on for 5, it's going to be torn. I'm gonna have to fix it. I'm gonna have to replace it. I'm gonna have to find more replacement parts. Under 3 days, I'm golden. Never had one torn. It's when I let it keep churning and churning and churning for 4 days, 5 days. Nope, it's going to be torn, and I know that ahead of time. My only complaint at all with the VEVOR X-300 is that one single gasket, that one single part. Now keep in mind, I've actually broke, this tank right here is broken. I had to figure out how to find that, found an ingenious fix. I'll leave a link to that video up here above and down below. If you ever break your tank, don't panic. I got you. There is a simple fix that I figured out on how to fix my broken slushy machine tank. Now, do the pros outweigh the cons, and should you actually buy the slushy machine? Yeah, you should. It's freaking awesome. 8 gallons of slushies, stainless steel that doesn't stain. You can clean it in 30 minutes. It's got the lights. You can do cold drinks. You can do ice cream. You can do milkshakes. You can do slushies in here. You can do whatever you want. It is the go-to slush machine. It's digital display. It gets down to -9. Perfect slushy texture is what you'll get from this one. Now, if you don't need 8 gallons, if you don't even need 4 gallons, if you don't even need 2 gallons, then don't get this machine. Go with something else, another product from VEVOR, or maybe a different slushy machine for yourself. But if you're looking for a commercial grade slushy machine that doesn't have the commercial grade slushy machine price, that's easy to work with, that creates awesome things, then yes, you should absolutely get this. Why would you not? I appreciate your subscription to the channel and doing all those things you're supposed to do to help a YouTube channel grow. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this machine and what is your go-to slushy. For example, after I get done talking to you here, I'm gonna create a brand new slushy recipe, the old-fashioned. That's right, we drink them in bars for years, but have you ever seen an old-fashioned slushy? I've been tinkering with that recipe for several months now. I've got what I like. We're gonna create that here today, here in just a few moments actually. So subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Charlie, and I hope you're just as thirsty as I am. Cheers.